Well, we welcome in Keelan Smith, the wide receiver out of Liberty, Missouri, and a familiar name if you have been following Husker football for a while. But Keelan, welcome in. It's signing day, officially a Husker. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm happy that the time's finally come for me to sign and get to campus on January 12th.
You had a heck of a season over the past season. You're the Missouri Offensive Player of the Year, first team All-State. Your team won a state title. How was that season? How was that being a part of that and getting to kind of finish out with a bang before you come be a Husker?
It meant everything to me. That's been my only goal in high school the last 4 years now, just to win a state championship. So to contribute and do what I did for my team, it means a lot to me. Just an unbelievable season, and excited that I made history with my teammates and forever friends.
Not very many people get to hold up that trophy. How did that feel?
It felt amazing. I dreamt about that several times, over the past years. So it meant a lot, and I'm happy that it happened. And, I ended out with a bang, like you said, and get ready to get to Nebraska, hopefully do the same thing,
You'd committed. How much did that alleviate maybe some of the pressure, too, knowing, hey, I can just focus on my high school season towards the end and really just do what I do in high school and finish strong and not have to worry about the college recruiting part of it anymore?
It was definitely day and night. I committed before, our summer camp and stuff like that, so I can definitely tell that, I was definitely stress-free, recruiting-wise, and I could just focus on football and school, so it was a big game changer, and I'm happy that I chose to come in when I did. It was good.
Well, your stats for this past season were jaw-dropping, and again, mentioned the Missouri Offensive Player of the Year. But you're going into every single game knowing that probably defenses are scouting you, trying to take you out of it. How were you able to continue to produce week in and week out, knowing that you were probably at the top of the list of every scout?
I'm kind of, not in a cocky way whatsoever. I'm kind of used to it. It's been happening like that for the last 2 years now. So I've kind of just learned mentally and physically to know how to adapt to that. If sometimes it's not always about me, it's not always about me. So sometimes it's relieving, getting double teamed, whatever it takes to get my teammates the ball, stopping, if they're trying to stop our pass, allow them to be able to run the ball. So, just like I said, just doing whatever I have to do just to win. So, yeah.
Awesome. Great perspective. Wide receiver or tight end, what do those conversations look like? I've read somewhere maybe you played a little tight end. What does that look like here in Nebraska?
Well, just talking with Coach Rule, I'm definitely, I'm going to come in as a wide receiver and just adapt however my body changes, however much taller, however much weight I gain. So, we're just going to play it by ear, but, I'm coming in as a wide receiver.
That's awesome. Well, some people might say, no, I just want to play this position. But we've seen this coaching staff make some position changes with some guys, and it's really worked out to their benefit. How important is that for you to kind of be open-minded, whatever they see as your best fit? How much trust do you have in that?
Oh, I have all the trust, that, plays into, me choosing to go to Nebraska. I obviously trust Coach Rule and his staff. I just want to win, so I'll play whatever position they put me in. They know what they're doing, and they know what's in my best interest, so I'm just going to follow them and do whatever they tell me to do. Just go hard, do what I do, and we'll be good.
Awesome. Well, you obviously have a connection to Nebraska with your dad playing here, but when you're going through it yourself and trying to find the right spot for you, what was it about the staff and Nebraska for you that it was a great fit for you?
Well, ever since my very first college visit, I kind of knew that Nebraska was the place for me. It's always felt like home, and especially when Coach Rule and them came in, the whole staff just welcoming me, wanting me there and everything like that. So it was amazing. I love all those guys up there, and I'm very excited to spend the next 3-4 years learning from them, learning from different perspectives, hopefully getting me to the next level.
How special was it when you committed to get to share that with your dad?
It was pretty cool. The way I really committed was Coach Rule had FaceTime me when he was at practice, and he was like, man, I don't really do this a lot, So you should feel very special that I'm calling you during the practice right now. But he's like, we need you here. We need you here. And I was like, Coach, I'll make it happen because I already knew that's where I wanted to go. So I called my mom. She was like, let's do it. I called my dad, and he was like, let's do it, son. So, I mean, he was very happy, you know. Like I said before in other interviews and stuff, like he never tried to like force me to go to Nebraska, because you know he can't be very biased about it. You know, it's my journey and everything. So he was pretty happy whenever I chose Nebraska though, because you know obviously he went there and you know his legacy behind it. So you know just looking forward to you know making my own legacy and yeah.
What role did he play in the football player you became, and just throughout this whole process? How much perspective did he try to give you, and how much did that help you having? You know, a dad that went through this and has such a good perspective of all of it.
I mean, yeah, he definitely knows what he's talking about. You know, he's been in the league for, you know, all those years and everything. So, you know, he gives me football perspectives and, you know, he just gives me advice after games and all that. So, and obviously during the game, you know, he's the only voice I can hear. So, so yeah, he gives me a lot of perspective and, you know, he teaches me a lot about the game of football and just a lot about the mindsets going into each and every aspect of the game.
Is that because you hear his voice in your head, or you hear him literally from the stands?
I literally hear him from the stands. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like everything else, I kind of block out. It's just a big jumble. You know, you know, I'm just locked in. I always hear my dad though. He's just the one voice. Ever since I was a little kid, I can just hear him. You know, he just sticks out in the crowd. So.
Well, he was an All-American defensive lineman. How did you wind up on the offensive side of the ball?
You know, growing up, I played both sides of the ball. You know, I played the end because all the coaches growing up thought that I was going to be like my dad. I don't know, really. To be honest with you, like my freshman year, I played outside linebacker. So, and I don't know. Whenever I came to Liberty North, I told him I wanted to play receiver just to try it out. And, you know, ultimately, it was in my best interest. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you decided to come early. You're going to enroll here in January. Take us through that decision, why you wanted to come and come here early and get things rolling early.
You know, I think it's just in my best interest, talking with the coaching staff. They, you know, especially since I can do it through my school and everything. So shout out to my counselors, all that, helped me get set up. And, you know, I was eligible to graduate early. So, you know, that's what I did. It'll help me get there on campus a little earlier than, you know, some of the other guys. So, you know, yeah, just basically what my coaches told me. They suggested that I should do it, and I was able to, so I did it anyway.
Well, we saw some freshman wide receivers make some big plays for this offense last season. How exciting is that for you, knowing that if you come here, you put in the work, you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get a chance to play early if you know, if they need you and you do things right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I hear about it all the time from a lot of other people, you know, especially watching the games, you know, all the freshmen playing. So it's pretty cool. But, you know, at the end of the day, I still got to put that work in. Just being able to learn from freshmen that, like, know what they're talking about, especially since they just did it last year, it will be very helpful to me. Just learning from the coaching staff. And, yeah, I'm very excited to possibly be able to get on the field my freshman year.
You know, growing up and having Hall of Fame and All-American dad, was it, I guess, how did you find your own love for the game? How did you fall in love with it for yourself separately of that and that kind of talk about, oh, his dad plays football, so he's going to play football, but just kind of finding it for yourself and finding that love for yourself? How did that happen for you?
Well, I mean, it just comes natural to me, I feel like, just through my dad. But, I mean, it's in my blood. So, and I've always just been I've always wanted to play sports. Growing up, I honestly wanted to play basketball. So, like, football is really my second love. And so I got to about, like, 7th, 8th grade. And then I decided, like, football was really, like, what I needed to do. So, that's really what it was. It was cool growing up. Like, everyone's always telling me, like, how it was. Like, obviously, I wasn't alive when my dad was playing and all that stuff, so I never really know. But, you know, it's cool to hear about what everyone's experiences were watching my dad and everything. And, you know, like I said, I just want to make my own legacy, you know, following his footsteps for sure. But, you know, always wanting to, surpass him any way I can. That's my challenge to myself, and he knows that too. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's absolutely great perspective there. Okay, I got some fun questions for you. Let Husker fans get to know you a little bit. Who was your favorite player or athlete growing up?
Football wise, definitely Devin Hester. I used to be a big Chicago Bears fan growing up, and just seeing what he did, like returning the ball and when he went to receivers, is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that was definitely my favorite football player. But like my favorite athlete altogether had to be Derrick Rose. MVP Derrick Rose is crazy to watch because like I wanted to play basketball growing up, so that was definitely my favorite athlete.
What'd you like about his game, D Rose?
D Rose, I just think he was a very consistent player. He very skillful. Yeah, I mean, he just amazing to watch. He just was all over the place. He was a great team player. Yeah, that's what I love most about him. Just absolutely like incredible in his prime. Too bad he had those injuries. But.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, favorite hobby outside of football? Basketball?
No, I don't really play basketball anymore. I'll put up a couple shots here and there, but I just love to, go to the gym, work out, sleep. Like to hang out with my friends all the time. Yeah, I'm a pretty normal person. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, favorite cereal?
I don't even eat cereal. I really don't. I'm not a big cereal guy, but if I was, I like Fruity Pebbles maybe. Yeah, probably Fruity Pebbles. That's the only one I've ever eaten, honestly. Lucky Charms are cool, I guess.
That's a good choice. Good choice. Okay, Spotify Wrapped. Who is your #1 artist?
Rod Wave. I was in the top 0.01 listeners back-to-back years. Yeah, Rod Wave. But honestly, I've been knowing that I'm coming to Nebraska, so I know I've been having to get my country music up. So I've been listening to Morgan Wallen too. Don't worry.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay, rank these cookie flavors, okay, from 4 being the worst, 1 being the best. So we got chocolate chip, macadamia nut, oatmeal raisin, or peanut butter.
All right. Last place, got to go to peanut butter. I do not like peanut butter whatsoever.
Wow.
Number 3, I'll have to put like chocolate chip.
Really?
I'm not a big chocolate guy, but I still like chocolate chip cookies. Then I'll put macadamia, white chocolate macadamia, and then oatmeal raisin. I don't know what it is. Nobody likes oatmeal raisin. I'm the only one. I go to a team dinner or whatever. They have like a cookie platter. I'm the only one that takes the oatmeal raisin. So, yeah, I guess that makes me a little different, but.
Yeah, you're the first signee that I've talked to that picked oatmeal raisin first. And on our Huskers Radio Network broadcast team, we have a big debate on it. And I hate oatmeal raisin cookie. Our play-by-play guy, our color analyst, Damon Binning and Greg Sharp, they're big oatmeal raisin guys. So you can join along with them eating those oatmeal raisin cookies. What?
Yeah. I said shout out to them because they know what they're talking about. Yeah, it's a big controversy because I just don't like peanut butter, and I know a lot of people put that number 1, number 2. Can't do it.
I wouldn't go as far to say that Greg and Damon know what they're talking about. I might have to edit that part out. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for your time. Great stuff, and can't wait to see you here in Lincoln here in a couple weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me on. GBR, let's get it.
Love it.